afternoon, and of course, a warm welcome to the students on MAJaC TV. This program is brought to you by the Third Executive Council of the Media Academy for Journalism and Communication, a Students' Union. In this program, we bring to you, a student of the academy, not only students, alumni, and of course, part of our students who are engaged in different activities, which includes, debate, public speaking, drama, etc. So, this program usually comes your way every Tuesday, and then where we bring students to discuss on issues. So today, with me here is the Education and Research Ministry of the Third Executive Council of the Media Academy for Journalism and Communication Students Union. In the presence of Mr. Usman Lee, who is serving as the current, Education and Research Minister for the Third Executive Council, and of course the lady, with us here, who is Ms. Bintu Cham, the Deputy Education and Research Minister of the Third Executive Council. It's a pleasure to have you here, Mr. Lee and then Bintu Cham. So for the rest of this program today, I will be your host, Ibrahim Bay. So before we unfold the folding folder, Mr. Lee, we will start with you. Take us through. Who is Mr. Lee first?
Thank you so much, Ibrahima, for that wonderful introduction, and thank you for having my ministry here. This is good. To get to the point, Usman Lee is somebody just like any other Gambian citizen. My academic story is never different. Of course, I have gone through the academic corridors of the Gambia. I begin at lower basic school, upper basic, and then senior secondary school. So what is different about mine is the fact that my academic journey is a little bit random, because I have gone through so many primary schools in this country. Yeah, that was because my dad was a civil servant. May God bless his soul. He was a civil servant, and then all civil servants are subject to postings. So he was on postings all along. So wherever he goes, we follow him. So I have actually attended about 5 lower basic schools. Specifically, I started at Wasu Lower Basic School, and then Nyamina Kudang, Sangule Kunda, Brufut Primary School, and then finally at Brikama, where I transited to upper basic. That is where I finished my upper basic grade 9. Then fast forward, I went to I graduated at Mindao Senior Secondary School in 2011.
Interesting. Wow. So we have some collection, right? So that is interesting, Mr. Lee. So coming down to Bintu, just to correct that. Bintu, take us through who is Bintu, because the students want to know who is Miss Bintu Cham.
All right, thank you so much, Ibrahima, and it's a pleasure to be here for hosting us as the Ministry of Higher Education and Research. My education journey is very straightforward, because I can say I didn't go to many schools actually. I did my primary school at the Makumbea Lower Basic School, and from there I moved to Kinado Botrop Upper and Senior Secondary School, that is in Brikama. And after completing my upper basic, I was trying to move to another school, but my mind was telling me that you should stay. And then I just applied for my grade 10, and I was accepted. And from there, that is how I finished my secondary school level from there. And from there, I came straight to MAJaC.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What a journey. So Mr. Lee and of course Ms. Bintu Cham, are the individuals who are responsible to steer the education and of course research activities of students at the academy here. So Mr. Lee, just to go straight to the point, first take us through a few of your responsibilities as a ministry.
All right. Perhaps thank you so much. Perhaps it might also interest you to know the space that I've covered in my academic journey well before coming to MAJaC. Are you going to be interested in getting that?
Certainly.
All right, fine. Yes, because unlike Bintu came from senior school then straight to MAJaC. So my situation was different, because in 2013 I went to the Gambia College and then study English and agriculture to become a teacher. So I graduated in 2016. All right. In 2017, I got admitted at the University of the Gambia, where I pursued my first degree, and then graduated in 2022. So, but I enrolled at MAJaC in 2022. Alright, so certificate level. Then right now I am awaiting advanced diploma student. Yes, because I've covered my certificate, then diploma. Now I am awaiting diploma, advanced diploma student. So I would like you to repeat again your question.
Good. So I was saying, I mean, what are some of the responsibilities of the Education and Research Ministry?
All right, thank you very much for that brilliant question. Student leadership in general, the responsibility of student leaders is to serve as supplement. We complement effort. Generally, that is the underlying word. We complement efforts of both trainers and students. You understand? Now we go extra mile. We are not ordinary. We are also ordinary students, but we are selected few who go extra mile to do other stuff in order to complement this the effort of the trainers and the students. Now, if you look at the education system, the setting of education is something that is very complex. Therefore, it is a whole process. It cannot happen at one place, and then everything cannot be achieved at one spot. That is why the complexity is what makes it very difficult. Even in this teaching and learning process, the teachers, their responsibility is to impart knowledge in the student, and the student's responsibility is to receive. But this giving and taking, cannot be complete. You understand? Without the support of other parties. So this is where our responsibility come to place. We go extra mile to be able to enhance excellence. You understand? Particularly my ministry, what we do is to support and make sure we achieve excellence in academics by way of providing support for students, helping them in their welfare and so many other things.
That's interesting. So, Bindu, I mean, coming back to you, Mr. Lee made mention of at times wherever students gather, they need individuals that will be there to represent them. So, as a female, deputy, I can say you are one of those, females, that are deputizing in a particular ministry, right? So, what do you think sets you apart? What do you think, give you the courage for Bindu to serve as Deputy Education and Research Minister?
All right, thank you so much for that wonderful question, Ibrahima. I can say it's not really easy being a student and being appointed as a Deputy Minister of Education and Research. It's not really easy because you know how MAJaC is. You will be taxed with so much assignments, and now there's another tax on you to play the role of a ministry, whereby students will come in and tell you their problems and their needs, whereby we need to put that in place. It's not really easy, but we are doing all we can to represent students out here in MAJaC so that what they need can be done. Even though we cannot do everything, but we'll try by all means to do the things that it's needed to be done.
So, how do you go being a student and at the same time being a Deputy Education and Research Minister?
Definitely, it's not easy. At first, when I was appointed, I was like, can I really do this? I nearly rejected it because I was like, I cannot do it. But someone encouraged me like, you can do this, go in for this. And I was like, let me just give it a try. Hence, I was appointed, and maybe they have the hope in me that I can do this. So that's why I decided to go in for it. Yeah, definitely.
So it was a table change for you.
Definitely, it was a table change for me.
Bindu was thinking that she can really do it, but at the end, or as time goes on, Mr. Lee, through your coaching, I can see that she is able to, do well, and of course now going to, with you. So to Mr. Lee now, hence you've mentioned, your responsibility that you are, taxed, or that you are expected to do for the students. Okay. Take us through some of the achievements that your education, that your ministry, have put in place to make sure that those things are achieved, within this short period of time.
All right. Thank you so much. We have actually, within this short period of time, we have registered a whole lot of achievements. some that are already seen by people and some that are hidden. That is why, in fact, this program is very, very important, because it will sell, or it will uncover some of the things that are hidden. Let the students know what these students are doing. You understand? Your question interests me. The question that you sent to Bintu, that how she manages to marry these two roles, being a student and also being a student representative. You understand? So it is actually not easy. Multitasking. You have your assignments and other things. Doing that, and then extra. It's just like you have to have a second life, or extra energy to be able to do this. You understand? So actually, we are doing well. We have already registered a couple of achievements. We have a couple of achievements actually. Specifically, not long ago we have staged some tutorials for the foundation students that are a little bit below our level. We managed to help them when their exam was approaching, and then after all, the feedback that they gave us is it was fruitful, and then it was very helpful for them in their exam. Not only them, we also have other students. It was general. Students were trained on videography, photography, this technical training, and all sort of. So some of these things will keep coming. You understand? Now, the first success that we've registered is the bravery to come on stage and then take up this responsibility. I will say we are staging some sort of revolution in this union. You understand? I will not say there was a well-established union. Of course, we inherited a union, but of course, certain things were lacking. So when we came in, it's like we've inherited something that was very heavy on us. You understand? That one alone is commendable. You understand? That is one. And then we were doing so many engagements. There was no flow of communication. There was this distance between the school and then the students. We are gradually bridging some of these things. Now we are directing students' attention on the school. They are gradually loving the school. When I came here first, I was working somewhere, I was engaged, so I would just come, receive my lessons and leave. I have no business with the school afterwards. But now that is changing. That is as a result of our third executive. You understand? So we are really actually doing it, whether students know it or not. What we want to tell them, that we are doing a whole lot of engagements with authorities inside and outside the institution. And then right now, we cannot achieve everything at the same time. We have to take time, because this is something that we are restarting. You understand? So we want to keep it going. All right? People will not see buildings. They will not be seeing physical buildings raising up over some of these things. But there are so many important things that are underlying that we are doing, and then they are a lot. So let them just have trust in us, and then keep following us, and then listen to us. Yeah, they will really enjoy MAJaC.
Yeah. So, Mr. Lee, you've mentioned that you've organized certain activities here, which include tutorial, you understand, and of course in various ways. So, how would Mr. Lee, Mr. Lee as the Minister of Education and Research, rate, the performance, or let's say the commitment of these students towards, these activities?
Actually, initially, like right now, there is great difference. If you should compare now to before, right now, these students, the set of students that we have, are really committed and are really ready to actually give a new shape to the school, to give new life to the school. You understand? I always say this, when I came before, it was not like this, and then now we can say, thank God, things are, because when we call them, they come up. Because even this tutorial, it is left to them to stay at home. But they all decide to come. As soon as we inform them to come, we notify them, they were all here. And then which is also a motivation to us. So if I am to rate it over 10, I would say right now is 7.5. The name Education and Research is self-explanatory. So this is what we will act. Actually, it is research. You understand? So we all understand that education everything cannot be received in the confine of the school, in the classroom. Therefore, you have to make other moves. You understand? You have to outsource knowledge. from other places. So this is what we the actual thing that we will want to do first, if I'm giving the opportunity, is to, go out for, community outreach, and in fact, let us say research trips or excursions. This is where you will meet real life things. You will meet people that very scholarly people that you can source knowledge from, top knowledge from. These are people that are different from your trainers. Students will be able to make research on their own aspiration, write publication, then and publish. So this is going to be very important for the students of MAJaC, because looking at the history, this has never been happening, but this has been happening in other institutions in the Gambia. You go to Gambia College, they have been going on similar trips, nationwide tours, cross-border researches. University of the Gambia, MDIs and other. How about MAJaC? MAJaC is a big name institution here, journalism training institution, journalism. So we uncover information and then publish it out.
Certainly.
So we have to reach out and do all of that. So my priority will be, research that is that will be based on community outreach, getting out to the community, and then have interaction with real life things.
Interesting.
Adding to that as well, my primary priority will be the issue of the library in the school here. We have been working on it ever since we came in office, so that there will be a well-built library in the school here, because it is necessary for students to do their research, not only online, but there are books in the school here whereby they can do their research. And then we are planning to have a library in the school here where students will do their research as well.
Mr. Lee and Ms. Bintu Cham, I wish we could continue, but there is no time. So, Mr. Lee, just in a few seconds, what is your final? What's your advice to MAJaC students?
My advice is that let MAJaC students expect a lot from us, very fruitful, because this is a team of very energetic, young and energetic leaders who are ready to give out also everything to the student, very positive things. So let them just be cooperative. Cooperative is the word. Let them be cooperative and have trust in us. We know they have trust in us. That is why we were selected to lead them. Let them continue having that trust for us. We will make them smile.
Interesting. So, Bintu, what will you advise MAJaC students?
Adding to what Mr. Lee just said, it is not much. All I can say is that they need to build their trust in us that we can do it. I know some of them will be like, they cannot do this. It's not easy, because since we came in office, there was nothing that we have to follow to do that. So we have to start everything fresh. And it's not easy being a MAJaC student and playing the role of a ministry as well. So we want to let them know that we are going to do this slowly but surely. It's gonna happen. Slowly
but surely. So that was all we have for you, dear viewers. Just to remind you, this was your students are on MAJaC TV here in Bakau. Bye bye from me. Bye. You distracted me.